Told you we was giving you the okay back today to make a way. He gon' die today, you know. Like as far as like the way to set it up and really like make your space into something else. So I don't necessarily run my store like a retail store. It's more like exclusive shopping. So it's like I'll let you know the hours weekly type thing. You come in and you shop. A lot of people, it's like, I don't know, the experience is different for people. Like, man, I've been looking for this, man, and then they put it on. They feel like a new person. They feel like exclusive, man. Like, it's crazy that, like, I don't even be understanding it sometimes. Like, man, this dude putting this on like it's some Gucci or some Louis, but hey, it is, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just something different, man. Like, well, really, we not bigger, but we more than just a clothing brand. So, like, we want to help the artists, man, because that's what I come from. So, that's another thing is that when I started Trilldren, she never had really been in my world as far as that, like being in the clubs and stuff like that, which I don't be in the clubs, but like just touching the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I started reaching out to all the young artists. I'm like, man, it's really crazy because it's so many artists out here now that it wasn't artists back then. It was really kind of embarrassing. Now, I wasn't embarrassed, but it was like, man, you don't really want to tell people you do music because they gonna automatically think like, oh, it's another Oklahoma nigga. Like, this is whack. So basically,
it was embarrassing at the time. Like, it was lame to say.
Yeah, like it wasn't like I was confident, but I'm not saying like, I'm just saying like, it was like, man, you don't have to explain yourself. Like, you don't have to put yourself out there like that. Like, man, I'm just me personally, and I still stick to it. I just work, man. I ain't really worried about if somebody, like what I got going or anything like that. So I really wouldn't just embarrassed like that. But it was like the stigma, like just being from Oklahoma and doing music, like it wasn't possible. But to be honest with you, I always knew it was possible because I seen people like Nitro and all that. Like, I was like, bruh, like, these dudes got a whole van wrapped, like, they signed to Sony, like, that's a big deal. Like, I just always was, like, paying homage to the people before me, like SB the Grindaholic, like, I paid homage to all that stuff. But basically, when I say the brand is just bigger than clothing, like, we putting the young artists in clothing and, like, doing photo shoots with them and making little video clips and putting them in a magazine, just, like, stuff that I think I would want back then when I was that young. Like, man, they really rocking with me. Because, see, in, like, L.A. and even Texas and Atlanta, they got that stuff, you know what I'm saying? They got so many outlets to where you can look good, and you got people flying from you got Fader, they got all these documentaries and stuff. I'm like, man, they ain't coming to Oklahoma to, I know what's going on in Oklahoma. I know it's dope. So, like, hey, even if it's just that that gateway, us being the gateway for people to see us, see Oklahoma, like, all right, man, we about to come out here because they doing something, So, like, a lot of artists, they hit me up like, hey, man, like, I'm trying to get that Trilldren photo shoot in. Like, they just, it's like a thing you gotta do when you're in the city. We're really Oklahoma, So, like, we branching out to other cities, of course. Like, we rock with everybody, you know what I'm saying? We rock with Tulsa heavy, obviously. She from Tulsa, but I had been coming to Tulsa. Like, it's like a second home for real. I got so many relationships out there. It's crazy. So people be thinking I'm from there, But, I mean, I touched Lawton too, you know what I'm saying? I did like this classic mixtape with this artist back then named Von B, man, did a crazy, like, he was booming, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went to some little venue and did a release party and everything, man. It's kind of wild out there, you know what I'm saying? But
I was gonna try to name something,
but
I couldn't even
man, it's like
so fast.
It wasn't even like a club. It was like a veterans like it was just like a little venue you could rent, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it was cool though. So, you know, we rock with everybody, man. And shout out to the younger artists, you know, Jug, you know what I'm saying? I ain't met, bro. I guess he put away right now, but EBK, Smooth, like, I rock with all them boys, man. Like, you know, I'm always in tune to all the young artists, you know, Project Buddha from the city, you know, that's my boy, man. Man, who else, man? Shout out GQ, you know, he going crazy. It's a lot of people, man. Tony D from Tulsa, even Tony D from the city, man. Like, it's just so many artists, man. It's hard to really name, but I done worked with all of them, man, from the beginning too. Oh, Neighborhood Barbie, you know, like I remember sis like was just starting out. She's like, man, I just started rapping, really. I'm like, dang. So it's crazy just to see her growth. Like she running the city, really. You know what I'm saying? Like she going crazy. So I'm proud of all of them, man. You know, it's cool, like to be a part of that, be a part of history, man. I don't know, it's just cool to still be around. I feel like it's still like, you know, the same thing as far as with my DJing. It's just a different approach. You know what I'm saying? I'm still helping artists. That's always been the goal, is to help other people. You know, with the clothing brand, man. Like, you know, with the other stuff, I was really like behind the scenes. Now I'm like more like the front runner. Like I gotta like put my face out there. Gotta, you know, be a voice for the youth. Be a voice, you know. I usually just be a background type person, so I don't really be doing interviews and stuff like that. So really, like, this probably one of the first and dope interviews that I did. You know what I'm saying? Really, I used to do interviews, and you know, these boys won't put them out. You know what I'm saying? I probably wasn't really saying much. You know what I'm saying? But don't ask me for an interview if you ain't gonna do your research. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just do interviews for exposure. Like, I can get myself exposure. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm grateful for y'all, man. Y'all like family, you know. So I had to do the interview, you know, and show love, man.
So love, bro. I appreciate it. I wanted to ask you one more thing, just about kind of like the separation from. I mean, I feel like it's easy, not easy, but a lot of people are able to do, like, you know, print some T-shirts and you know, as a clothing brand, you know, a hoodie or something like that. But like y'all took it to like a level where a lot of people around here for sure haven't gone. Like, I mean, you got a rug on the floor, there's white shorts, like, you know what I mean? Like,
man, it's just that, you know, what I like, you know what I'm saying, and cause I'm always up over here with it. While everybody over here, I'm over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like a person that live in a big city, so I'm always like thinking, and really not even that, I just be thinking like, what can I do different, like that ain't nobody else doing, especially around here. Like, I ain't gonna say that nobody ain't doing what I'm doing, but around here, like, I always like, okay, like, T-shirts is cool, okay, that's the bread and butter, but what else can we do to separate ourselves as a brand? You always want to find something that separates yourself. Anybody can do interviews, anybody can do DJ, and anybody can rap, but what separates you from the crowd? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm always doing. I always got something up my sleeve, man, and I'm quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? So I just be, by the time I'm announcing something, it's probably already done in the works. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm always thinking of something like, man, y'all just got to stay tuned, because I got some stuff up my sleeve, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I got crazy collabs. I'll let y'all know, man. Like, I'm doing a collab with New Wave, man. That'll drop
next weekend.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girl, man, that New Wave, man. She going crazy, man. I just really believe in what she got going. So I had to do the collab with her, man. You know, I got some collabs that ain't even with other clothing brands, like, you know, like, I don't know, ice cream, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's some big food trucks out there. You know, we about to go crazy, man. But it's just because I seen other brands like going crazy like that and like doing collabs with like that stuff right there that makes you like, bro, like this dude is on a whole nother thing. Like
I feel like the best like big like global streetwear brands, like it's not about the clothes, it's like it's a
lifestyle.
Yeah, sure.
And really that's like I don't know, like not just music but like, you know, like what's Odd Future, you know what I'm saying, ASAP Mob, like they was into the fashion but they had their own way of doing it. Like, you know, Odd Future's fashion was totally different, like golfer shirts and like these crazy colors, you know, and then they was coming different because like in LA you think about like, you know, gang banging and like these dudes was coming totally different, skateboards, they was black though, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like suburban dudes, but they was like cool, you know what I'm saying, it was dope because I can relate to that too, you know what I'm saying. I grew up both ways, you know, I know about the hood, I know about the burbs, you know what I'm saying, so I was like, dang, it's really refreshing to see that, you know what I'm saying, it's refreshing to see something different than, you know, like it didn't matter, especially in Oklahoma, it didn't matter, you had to be in these streets, man, if you want to do music, man, like that's just what it is, man. I don't care where you from, you gotta go risk your life, man, go to these clubs, man, and you know, really get out there and sit on the corner and sell your tapes for $5, you know what I'm saying? You really had to do that. But, you know, it was just dope just seeing that. And then ASAP Mob coming with just that like wild, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just not giving a damn type, you know, like that's what I was like, man, that mob feel, you know, like just that's what I wanted, you know, for me. So, like, I feel like Trilldren is that, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't really, like, no members like that. But, like, everybody that supports the brand is family. So, it's like you really feel like you part of the family if you wearing this, like, even, like, my actual family, they ain't even in the streetwear like that. But then they wearing it, these young kids like, oh, I see you cool. Like, you wearing Trilldren. Like, it's like a big deal when people see like this, when they see people wearing this, man, it go crazy. I be getting calls all the time like, man, I don't even know this person. And then they be like, man, I was gonna stop and tell them like, I see you wearing Trilldren, but they be like, man, I ain't really trying to be weird like that. I was like, man, you family. Like, that's a connection. Like, I feel like that's helping people connect. Like, hey, somebody might have a dope relationship. Somebody might meet their wife or something, you know what I'm saying? Because they wearing Trilldren. You never know, man. Like, you know, hey, you never know. But another thing I was going to say too, man, like, as far as the brand name, like, you know, we paying homage to really what we grew up on, you know, like, a lot of people, like, I didn't grow up on, like, New York, and, like, I grew up on, like, that country, you know what I'm saying, Southern music. So I wanted to, like, bring that vibe to the brand, but still give it that, like, edge, like, Trilldren, like, that sound like, you know, it just sounds like, you know, like something youthful, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, we can't forget about the United, you know what I'm saying? It's about unity. You know, I'm trying to really, like, help people. I ain't saying, like, everybody got to be buddy, but, like, it's just that when you come and see me, man, it's unity and it's love and it's peace and it's, you know, you can leave that out there. When you come in here, man, it's all love, man. So that's really what the brand name, like, Trilldren United, you know, give it that edge, but make it meaningful too. Like, I want to leave this place, you know, God forbid, but I want to leave this earth knowing that I influence people, man, and real. I want people to remember me for something good rather than something bad. So, you know.
For sure. So one thing, maybe the last thing I want both of y'all to touch on, just kind of like where y'all feel like the state of everything is as far as like I mean, because y'all are heavily involved in the music scene in Oklahoma, but just kind of overall, like, I feel like the culture is in a kind of a cool spot where it's moving and shifting here, like. So if both of y'all could kind of touch on that.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm so proud of this state, man. And some people still negative, like, man, y'all ain't got your own stuff. Man, this the melting pot, man. Like, that's just what it is, man. Just get used to it, man. If we have somebody that's so unique and crazy, man, we gonna get behind that. But, like, man, growing up, Oklahoma, man, we got that heavy West Coast influence, man. Like, I remember back in the day, that's all it was. Like, I wasn't really into it. Like, I'm like, man, but that's the streets, you know what I'm saying? But then, Texas start getting big. That's what I prescribed with, you know what I'm saying? Like, being dope, but still being country, being yourself. Not, you don't have to change yourself. You can be like, people when they see us in these other states are like, man, y'all just some slow country, like, you know what I'm saying, riding horse. But it's like, man, I can relate to them because they people on the same thing with them. So, like, that's what I grew up on, But then there's some people that's really grew up on, like, battling. Like, we got a battle scene out here. Like, we got people that, like, it's lyrical, that, that's what they own. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we got people from everywhere, every part of the world, come here. And what's crazy is when they come here, they love it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I don't know, it's just something about Oklahoma, man. And I'm proud to be from here. I don't know about them other people, man, but that's why I ain't left. I done been around the country. And it ain't nothing like Oklahoma, man. And I know it's some people that's going to laugh at that, but, man, it's just nothing like it, man. It's just, very friendly. I mean, I'm not saying, like, we just green, but, like, as a people, as a whole, everybody, the whole culture, like, it's very welcoming, you know what I'm saying? And if you know, man, if you go to these other states, people they'll leave Oklahoma, but they'll talk about Oklahoma all day. They'll talk about, man, the city, you know what I'm saying? Man, where I'm from, like, that's just how it is. So even unknowingly, they proud to be from here, man, because it's just, it's a good place to me, it's a good place to be, man.
Yeah, sure.
Especially if you're moving right, you know what I'm saying? I done got up out of here, you know what I'm saying, to where I know people from different states, So I like living here. I can go visit a place for a week or a month, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna get homesick, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But yeah, I'm proud of the scene. I'm very proud. It done elevated, man. Like, these kids and I think what it is easy, not easier like that, but it, like, back then it wasn't easy to get beats. It wasn't easy to go to the studio, you know what I'm saying? You spending racks being in the studio, man. Like, you can ask, like, Chop, you know what I'm saying? Like, them boys, they had to really spend some bread, you know what I'm saying, to get where they was at, Like, I wish it was documented, man. I done seen some, crazy. Like, Chop was the first one to have a Boomtown video. You know what I'm saying? I experienced that. The whole 23rd shut down just for the video type stuff. Like, it was thousands put into that video. Now you can shoot a video for, 500, which is dope though. But it's like, it's dope that everything can be produced, even though sometimes the quality go down. It's still dope because some of these people is putting everything into it, and they doing it at the same pace as any other state. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, man, they don't sound, no, we sound just as good or even better. You know what I'm saying? People come here and be like, man, we ain't even doing that, down there. I'm like, man, like, y'all from a big city, like, why ain't y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't be having shops like that. Like, they don't even be thinking like that, So it's dope to be able for people to come down here and be like, man, I see what y'all got going. Like, I want to be part of this too. So that's just dope. Like, it's a lot of different celebrities. Even, like I said, like, people I grew up with, and listen to in Texas, like, man, I got Lil Flip wearing my stuff, man. I got Young Nation wearing my stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? My favorite group, DSR, like Tum Tum, that's my boy, man. Like, you know, like they done really got behind the brand. It's really dope to have that support from them, man. Like I really grew up on them, so it was really dope to have that support. And like what's crazy is I did the photo shoot with Tum Tum, and we was doing a photo shoot, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Trilldren. Like, he was calling me Trilldren, you know what I'm saying? We taking the pictures and all that. Then I kind of like, hey, man, you know, like, you know, I really grew up on you, man. And, you know, I was a DJ, you know what I'm saying? I kind of helped push some of your stuff. I was like, you know, DJ Drama Boy. He said, what? I remember you, like, I remember you, man. Like, I was a kid. I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was very young. He was like, dang, I didn't even know that, bro. You family. Like, I was like, dang, that's crazy. So I was kind of part of his history, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he got that major deal, you know, I was DJing out here, so I was really, like, pushing his record, man. I think it was Square Business and Caprice Music, like them songs was on MTV Jams, like, and then I really got a boost because in high school, like, he did a little drop for me, like sitting down like the shout out DJ Drama Boy, man. Hey, drop that, man. People was like, man, you got Tum Tum messing with you, like, yes, sir. You know, so. And there's other artists, you know, I worked with, like Dero Music. You know, before then, it was D. Dero. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy, man. And it's just dope to, you know, really be a part of that. You know, I really did a lot of stuff as a DJ. So, man, it's just, I don't know, I got a crazy story, man. I just got to figure out how to really tell it and really, like, capture it, man. Like, it'll be told one day. A lot of people really be trying to tell it for me, and that's really the best way because they experienced it. So, like, sometimes you can tell people that, like, man, okay, like, I ain't seen it, though. You know what I'm saying? But then when it's like, nah, bro really was out here. Like, I remember when Tom came down here and I was walking up on y'all, I'm like, man, this dude J. Poe really man, he was like really in these clouds. I was like, yeah, bro, he know my story, man. Him and Chop, they know how to really break it down. Like, I was just a young kid trying to get it in, man, and I ain't gonna lie. Also, I know I'm going on, but like, also, I remember even before I had Trilldren, I had a store at the flea market, you know, selling mixtapes. Like, that was part of my come up too. Like, I had a little, because I always had a vision, like, back then it was like, man, they got screw shops and this and that, you know, like they sell mixtapes in different states. They got one in Memphis, they got one in Florida, they got one in, of course, Texas. They got, you know, mixtape shops, you know. And I was like, man, I always wanted to have that, you know what I'm saying, sell my chopped or slow tapes, but I ended up doing like regular speed, like really learning how to DJ. So, like, through that, I met so many artists. You know, I had a mixtape with Project Pat. Like, that's one of my favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to be on the phone with him and he like, man, I'm down. Like, I mess with Oklahoma, like, it's crazy. So, like I said, like, I've been hustling. You know, I've been doing this. I had my own, you know, mixtape shop at the flea market way back then, you know, because I grew up seeing people sell CDs there, but they were just selling bootlegs, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I'm about to change the game. My brother, he was rapping. You know, I was the DJ. So, you know, it was the best of both worlds. I put him on the tape, but then there'd be other artists coming. It's almost like what I'm doing now, but with the DJing, like, artists will come like, hey, man, I got to get on your tape. I need to make an appearance. And everything really just comes back full circle.
Yeah, like you were able to take.
Yeah, like what I did back then is coming back full circle to what I'm doing now. It's just, you got to find, and really, I'm going to say, like, all the mixtape DJs from back then are doing other things. Like, some is doing podcasts, some's doing clothes, some's doing their A&Rs, they're, you know, producing, you know, so I had to find something else to keep going, because really the art of mixtapes, it just kind of got weird because streaming really killed mixtapes, you know, and then of course DJ Drama, he got, you know, rated for making a lot of money off tapes, you know what I'm saying? So like that really, like, that changed the game, and it just, you know, just started being different. It still was around after all that, but then like when streaming came to where it's like artists is like, all right, we don't really necessarily need y'all no more. Like, it just kind of faded away. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people that still do it, but it's just not the same.
I feel like it kind of turned into the playlisting.
Yeah, so like that's what we do now too. We do the play, like that's what I'm saying. We offer playlists. We just offer like any kind of publicity for the artists without like being it like one of those like exposing, you know, like we just want to like put them in a good light. But like if you come to the shop, you'll see all kind of artists' pictures up here. Gang Tai June, you know, we got N7, P-Wop, Neighborhood Barbie. Like, we want to, like, when you come in here, we want you to feel like, all right, this the culture, you know. So that's really
for sure. Yeah, I mean it is.
It really is.
It is. I appreciate y'all sitting down with us, man. Like, it's all love. You always throwing us looks when people come in town.
Man, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, man, look, I can't do it all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta learn how to coexist and eat with everybody. Like, I remember meeting you really because you seen the vision too, and he was like, hey man, look, I got artists, you know, I like what you doing. So that's really how we met. Like, you was like, I don't know if you know this artist or if you want to mess with him, but I was like, I don't know, bring him through. I met Jug, you know, I met all type of people through y'all. So it's like, you know, when I get a big look, like when Slim 400 came down, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, look, y'all want to do these interviews and stuff like that, y'all gotta holler at the OakA. They the hottest in town. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. Like, I ain't gonna like that's just me. Like, if I know somebody's doing something, I'm not gonna be quiet about it. Like, I may at least mention it. You know what I'm saying? Because a mention can go a long way. So like when they coming down, like, oh yeah, well we got these artists too. Come here and let's look at the. Yeah, we got Phil Sosa, we got N7 and people. They like, man, we about to do a show. You wanna throw them on the show? So it's just like that's how it be. So just me, just kind of just bringing it up helps other people. You know what I'm saying? It's all it take. You can, even if they don't mess with you, at least I brought it up to put it in their head, because they might be like, hey man, who was that you was talking about? We kind of, you know, that's just how the game works. But not everybody's like that. Some people is more like, man.
I feel like that's one thing, like, that it's getting better, I think. But there's enough out here for everybody. Like, we don't be selfish with it.
Man, it's no reason. Man, I'm going to tell the young artists, and I think they kind of get it, but like back then, like everybody wanted to be the first to do something. Like, man, this past that point, the game is it moves too fast for that. Like, you know, it ain't the days of this coast and this south and it, like, that's over with. Like, you can literally blow up from any place. You can be from South Dakota. If you got a good music, you on the map. You know what I'm saying? Even if your state just ain't on the map like that, you can still come in the game. It's so many. I done seen people from Oregon and Seattle, like, you know what I'm saying, really blow up and have deals. Like, and really we got that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm not gonna say people don't want to give credit, but like, we got people that signed. We got people that's got the same thing as these bigger artists. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just encourage those people that are in positions to just keep going, man. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, y'all got the state. Y'all already got it. So, man, go to these other cities. Go to these other, you know what I'm saying, go do your thing, man, because there's a lot of people that really know y'all. Y'all just ain't feeling it because y'all here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we got all that. Like, we got people with deals. We got people that had deals. It's just like people don't want to necessarily show love to it because it ain't them. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't no diss, but that's just how it is. Like, people are unknowingly like, man, I don't know that dude. I don't, like, all right, but I want to be next in line. If he ain't rocking with me, he ain't help me, he ain't do a feature. That's just how it be, man. But, man, sometimes you got to be selfish, man. So, I don't know. I just feel like we got everything that any other state and city got, man. It just, we gotta start showing support to that. But I think out of the, like, people like N7 and P-Wop and Gang Tie, like, man, they showing out. You know what I'm saying? And they did it in a different route than we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't, like, going the local route. Like, they did their own thing. They start reaching out to, World Star and, all these other people. Like, that's the type of stuff you need. Like, you don't necessarily need, like, this circle. Everybody just need to work and go network outside, because, see, in other states, people love Oklahoma. Like, even though you may feel like, oh man, they think we some, bro, you go to other states, they be excited. Like, it's something different. Like, man, I ain't never met nobody from Oklahoma, and they want to come here now. Like, they want to see, like, dang, this is what's up, man. Y'all just as lit as we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say we just got the, nightlife. We don't sleep. We sleep in Oklahoma, man. Like, 2:00 it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, I just feel like we got everything. It's the same as everybody else. I don't know. That's just me, though.
For sure. No, it's all there. It's just about putting it together, I think. But I feel like people are starting to figure out what pieces and what moves to make.
Yeah. I think everybody just gotta take their resources and all put them together, man. This person may have this person may have that, man. Just bring it all together, man. But it's slowly but for surely getting better, for sure. So I'm not gonna say that it's just bad, because it's getting good. It's the scene done progressed way back from 2009, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing it, so I always share my resources, though. I always try to help. It's just sometimes that when some people just don't appreciate certain stuff. Like, some people may do an interview with the OakA, but they don't even look at it as like, oh man, I did something with this other, they don't. I look at the OakA as same as these other people, and I don't even want to say other brands' names because that's disrespectful to me, because we on the OakA, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I look at y'all just as big as these other media outlets. Like, that's what we got to do. We got to help our own. Like, we got to stop depending on these other media outlets, man. Make it something. Make what you got into something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going crazy because y'all do more than interviews. Y'all do, like, behind the scenes, and y'all really, like, going to travel and, like, tapping in with everybody. Like, I done seen y'all go to Tulsa and, like, tap in with Fire in Little Africa, like, all that. And, like, most of them people I came up with are, like, they was just now on the rise, you know what I'm saying? But I was still, like, rocking with them, you know what I'm saying? Now they the top dog, you know what I'm saying? They up there. So, man, it's just really dope just to see how far, everything came, and to really see y'all really prosper and really go crazy. Because, like, I remember nobody really knew, you know what I'm saying? And I used to see y'all tapping in. I'm like, man, like, I see it, but it's like, okay, what is it? Yeah. Like, as we was helping artists, I seen y'all helping artists. I'm like, okay, okay. And then I start seeing the shirts, and I see y'all got the crazy merch and all that. Like, I just was like, man, I gotta put something on it. I was like, oh, okay, so they media outlet, that's dope. Kind of, you know, sure. I think that's dope. So
appreciate it, bro, for sure.
I think like we all can help each other.
Definitely.
Even, man, shout out Sweet Life too, man, because they helping the culture out a lot too, man. Like with the dope, the photography, man. They part of the team too, man. So it's like all three of them. Man, and it's dope to see a couple, you know what I'm saying? They a little younger than us, but it's just dope, you know. Like, dang, that remind me of us, you know what I'm saying? So I always want to, like, help them and whatever. I do the same thing I do for y'all. Like, hey, man, I got this, because I know how to do a lot of the stuff on my own, but it's like, man, you gotta bring resources together to help other people, like, man, just because I know how to do photography don't mean I don't need to hit them up. Like, I want to help them out so they can keep growing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when Slim 400 came down, they did a photo shoot. Yeah. When, I mean, they didn't get to do some of the stuff, but, like, I would always give them that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? But they been growing, man. So,
yeah, they're going crazy.
They going crazy. And they getting into the videography, so... You know, it's up, man.
For sure.
So it's dope, really, just to be part of everybody. It's like be grassroots with everything. Like I done been grassroots with all the artists pretty much. So
yeah,
it's just dope, man.
For sure. No, it's definitely coming together, man, and y'all are going crazy too. Everything seems like it's right there to me. Like
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, man. We just trying to keep working, man, and just like I don't know. We just trying to keep working, you know, and then just help other people. Like now we getting into selling the beverages too. You know what I'm saying? So we helping these water brands out, and we just start getting exotic pop. But man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Like we got our own pop coming. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. We got our own pop coming. So, man, stay tuned, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate y'all sitting down with us.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the OakA. Because everything will be okay. Man, what's up, man? It's your boy DB United and
Jessica.
Man, we at Trilldren United, man. And we giving you the okay. You know what I'm saying? Skirt.